Hi, hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I decided that I'm going to show y'all how I edit my videos. I'm not like a super good editor right now because I'm like barely starting out on YouTube, as you're seeing. So like I'm not super good. I feel like I'm kind of just basic and I know kind of like the basic stuff. This video was requested by the Insta podcast on Spotify, so thank you to them for the request. Also beneficial to anyone who's barely starting YouTube also, because not a lot of people know getting into it, even just like the basic stuff of editing. So I thought I'd show you what I specifically do for my videos. So yeah, I made like a little list of like the process of how I edit a video because it's kind of a lot. So what I use to film, I use my iPhone. This is the iPhone XS Max, or otherwise known as the 10. So I still have the iPhone 10, but I use this to film when I'm like out in public, because sometimes bringing my camera, I'm not super comfortable yet bringing it out in public and like having it like that. Like I'm just like not up on that level yet of comfortability, so I sometimes record on my iPhone. But the camera that I use the Canon G7X Mark II. I did a whole unboxing / reaction video on my channel, so like you can go see that if you want. It was filmed on my iPhone, obviously, because I didn't have my camera yet, so it's kind of like bad quality, but I just also wanted to have my reaction to my first ever camera. That's there on my channel. That's technically what I used to film. And the editing software, which I'm about to show you right now, that I use is Capcut. I've mentioned this before on my channel. Somebody commented on my video saying that the VLLO, I believe that's what it's called, the VLLO editing app is also really good for beginner YouTubers. I was going to check it out and stuff, but I had already started on Capcut and I grew very comfortable editing on there, so I just kind of stuck to it and I just edit on there now. The first thing that I do is I import everything from my camera through my phone. So I actually have this Camera Connect app on my phone. I click on the app and I go in the app. I turn on this little button on the side, which basically helps to kind of Bluetooth connect it to my phone. My phone is already, I guess, recognized from the camera because I already connected it. So once it's connected, it shows on my iPhone, and on my iPhone, you could either select and send from the camera or import from your phone. And I automatically can see all the footage that I have on my camera, and I just like select which one I want. I click on import. It says what kind of format save size I want, and I click on original size, and then it starts converting. And after it converts, it saves the image to my phone, and then from my phone, I airdrop it to my computer. So yeah, that's what I do to import. It's very quite simple. I know some people also like use cables and hard drives and all that, but I just use the app for now. So yeah. Now we're gonna go into the editing software itself. So here, as you can see, selected here, I have, just for an example, I have a little clip here. It's CapCut right here. I just installed it from my computer. I'm going to, hold on. Let me delete this. So as you can see, these are all the videos that I have right now on file. Some have been deleted by accident, but these are all my videos right here. So I'm going to click on start creating, and I'm just gonna import. I can import just by clicking on here, or I can just drag whatever I need. For this example, I'm just gonna drag this over here. And this is from What I Eat in a Week video. This is just an example to show y'all what exactly I do. I look really bad. So what I like to do first is I like to noise reduce. So I go to audio and I click on noise reduction, because usually my house is super loud. It's so bad. So I like to always noise reduce it. I like to edit the rough cut, and this is what usually takes me the longest. I just edit out all the silence and just breathing, because like there's a lot of, like I take breaths after each sentence. So I just edit that out. What I like to do, I kind of drag it out. I'm going to zoom it out, everything, and I just like to edit the beginning, for example, like here. Okay guys, this I like to cut out and just like make it so that I could get straight to me saying, I also say a lot, so I like to just split and then cut that out. And it's easier for me to like kind of zoom it out because I can see like the spaces where I don't really say anything. So I kind of just like don't need to watch everything. I like to split, do that, another space, split, do that, just to make it more shorter because my videos would be way longer if I did not cut any of this out. But you get the gist. Now for music, I usually like to get my music from the editing software itself because it does come with music. So I like to go over here to audio, and I do have some music already favorited, and usually I like to put these because some of these are not copyrighted music. So like this one. So let's say I want to put this one. So we're gonna drag this. We're gonna cut the beginning because it takes a while. I like to put it super low so they can barely hear it. So it's just more as like a background sound.
Okay guys, alright, hey,
as you see, as you just saw. If I don't like any of the music that's over here, I like to go to thematic. So this is thematic right here, and a lot of YouTubers actually use this website for royalty-free music. Thematic is completely free. Only some songs you can't use unless you have premium, which is up here. You do have to pay for that, I guess. I don't really have it. I do want to get premium like more in the future, but for right now I'm just using the website as it is. I actually have playlists already, so I have my playlist right here. It's just called YouTube. As you can see, I already do have some already downloaded. It says right here, it has a little blue line here in the bottom that says downloaded, so you can see which songs you've already downloaded. But let's say I want to download this song. I don't think I can because I already reached my maximum. Yeah, I've already hit my maximum free downloads. When I do download it, it usually, let's go to my downloaded. So I go to licenses and downloads, and these are the songs that I've already downloaded. So usually when you download, it usually just shows this part right here, and you just copy the link for either YouTube or for Instagram. But since I'm doing it for YouTube, I like to click right here, and now it's copied. So I go to my YouTube. For example, here in the description of my videos, I always have a section called music, and I just copy the link to the song on there, and I won't get copyrighted. For sound effects, I usually always use the sound effects that Capcut also provides. So I go over here to audio, but instead of music, I go all the way down and I go to sound effects. And I already favorited some, as you can see. And the ones that I usually use, I don't know why it does that, but I usually use this one, which is like a clicking sound. I also use like a ding. I also use like a loop. But if I don't find any sound effects that I like on here, I like to go on YouTube, and I already have this right here. This is a video that I downloaded from YouTube, and it basically has all the sound effects that I really like in one. So it has like, oof.
That was legitness. Yeah, it was, huh?
okay.
You get the gist. But it just has all of the like sound effects all in one. I'll import it and I'll open it, and then I'll drag it down here, and I'll kind of just cut out everything else. Like if I just want the oof, I'll delete that. To get rid of this so you won't see the blue screen, I go to video, I go to cutout, and I put audio cutout. And it basically gets rid of the whole, it just leaves the sound. To convert a YouTube video to MP3, I have it saved right here in my bookmarks, but it's this one. It is the ytmp3.nu. For example, if I want to go to YouTube and I just search up sound effects for video editing, and let's say I want to use this one, right? So I click on the video, and I'm going to share so that I can have the link right here. I copy it, and I go back and I paste it, and then I convert it. And it converts basically to an MP3 so that I can download it, and it downloads right here. And once it's downloaded, I can import it to Capcut. Stickers and templates. There's usually a section right here. It says stickers. There's a ton of stickers on here. I sometimes use these like from when I have a link. But yeah, there's a ton of other stuff. There's icons, a lot of stickers, honestly. I also use text templates, and so I usually go over here to text, and down here I go to text template. And as you can see, I already favorited some, and this is what I usually use if I'm putting like a time, or if I'm putting a location or a title of some sort. I also have the subscribe and like templates right here that I put at the beginnings and ends of my videos. Let's say I want to do this one. I think I use this for my room tour. So I go here and I delete that and I put room tour, and I guess actually the aesthetic. And there you go. And kind of adjust it to how I want it. I could also change the font if I like, or the colors as well, the spacing. There's a lot of options. If I want to make this more appealing, I could go to audio. I could insert this one just to make it cuter, you know. So I cut this out, I cut this out, lower the audio on this because it's kind of too high, and then there you go. Isn't that cute? Honestly, editing is all about creativity. You could do whatever you want to make your videos more appealing to your audience. So I really like that about editing. So for text, I go to text right here, and I go to add text and default text, and I could just add whatever I want here. So let's say I'm gonna add, this was done in my brother's bathroom. Let's put filmed. Sorry. Usually the font that I usually gravitate towards is Vogue, and I bold to make it more visible.
I'm gonna end the video here again.
And there you go. I also use serif. I use a Veer Next. Wow, they added a lot more. All of these are new. Wow, okay. I also use Funny Cute. This was another new one they put. This is so... I really like this font. Handwriting. Honestly, I use a lot of fonts. For zoom-ins, this is what I usually put in most of my videos. I feel like it's very appealing. I usually like to zoom in like during spaces, like when I'm not talking like all at once, because sometimes the audio kind of glitches. I don't know if it's because it's just Capcut, but for me, sometimes the audio glitches if I do it like when I'm talking a lot. So for example here, I go to video, I zoom it in however I want to, and I adjust it. And then what I like to do is I click on this diamond right here, add a keyframe. And basically this just helps to kind of lock it in its place so it won't move. So now when I go back towards there, and then it was just like kind of changing between. So that's how I do zoom ins. That's how I do like one singular zoom in. If I want to do like a slow zoom in to my face, I go over here to effects, but I click on slow zoom. I sometimes click on zoom lens, but for this I really don't have a lot of options to kind of adjust it to how I want to. I click on slow zoom, and let's say I want to zoom it in here. So I'm gonna cut this part actually, like that. I go all the way to the end to see where it ends up. I click on range, and I kind of just like zoom in, zoom out how much I want it to be zoomed in and zoomed out. I kind of like adjust it to the position to where it'll end up. I'm gonna actually zoom it out a bit more. And then I also get to choose the speed of how slow or how fast I want the zoom to be. And let's see how it looks. Yeah, and then it was just like kind of... So I'm actually going to make it more faster. Yeah, and then it was just like kind of... Okay, hold on, I'm gonna... Yeah, and then it was just like kind of... So there you go! Oh, for shakes, I also use sometimes the shake right here. Or I like to use the camera shake because this is more subtle. There's a lot of effects, honestly, that I have right here that I use, and also effects here that I haven't used as well. I usually just gravitate more towards the ones that I use constantly. So yeah. So transitions. For transitions, it's kind of easy honestly because the editing software comes with transitions as well. So I go over here to transitions. I usually go for the pull in and the pull out. I like those more. I go over to one of these splits right here. That's where I usually put in my transitions. Let's say I want to use pull in, so I just put add to track.
Yeah, and then
also with this you can make it more smaller, the transition, or more longer. So
yeah, and then
it doesn't look as good as if it was longer, so I like to keep it like medium.
Yeah, and
so it looks better like that. So for example, if this was a photo, I could actually put it up here and make it smaller and put it like as a picture like that. That's pretty simple. And then I put like a popping sound so that it's more appealing. So for audio, and I go down to
filming on my phone and then filming
how I overlay videos on top of each other. I think this is pretty simple, honestly. I grabbed a clip from when I went to Alter for the first time, my video. I just imported the clip right here and I put it on top of the audio of where I want it to be. Kind of shrink it down to where I want it. And I make sure to remove all sound from it so that it can go really smoothly on top. So that now when I'm talking, it just shows me talking in the background while showing the clip. So it goes like this.
That the video ended off so poorly.
Like that. That is basically all that there is, honestly. I don't do a lot of editing, like a lot of like complicated stuff yet, because like I said, I just know the basic stuff. So that's exactly what I showed y'all right now. I literally just learned how to edit by myself by going on the software and just like clicking on stuff and just experimenting with everything. Kind of made me just more comfortable using the software, and so I'm kind of just like gotten used to it by now. I also grew inspiration from like other YouTubers like Hannah Maloche, Ava Jules, Nicole Lano, my fam, a lot of YouTubers, but I aspire to be like Caitlin Ray and Sarah Basco because I love them. So how long does it take to edit? For me, it takes a while. I'm really trying to get better at editing faster because I really want to upload a lot more videos consistently, like not just once every week. Usually it just depends on how long the video is and how much footage there is. So for example, for my what I eat in a week, I feel like that video took me, I don't even know, like so many hours because it was literally a week's worth of footage. That was the longest video to edit for me so far. It also depends on like how much time you put into editing the video. I can never usually edit for one full day because I'm usually always doing stuff. I don't have a lot of time in the day to edit, so I edit the most I can for that day and then the next day I do it again. Hopefully in the future I'll have however much time I can to edit when this is like a full-time thing for me, but for right now I don't have a lot of time to, but I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best to really get the hang of it, like I said, and just edit the fastest that I can for you guys and for you guys to have the most videos ever. So yeah, and I think that is it. Yay! Let me put you guys closer so I can say bye. That is all for this video. Hopefully you guys learned a few things. If you're beginning to start doing YouTube videos, hopefully this helped you understand more of the basic editing skills that there is to it. Even if you're not using Capcut, I hope that it does kind of help you in a way. I don't know. Thank you again to the Inside Out podcast on Spotify for the video request. I really appreciate it. Follow all my social media and more in the description box below. Subscribe, like, and comment. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.